Everything on It. Poems and drawings by Shel Silverstein. Published by Harper. Everything on It. I asked for a hot dog with everything on it. And that was my big mistake, 'cause it came with a parrot, a bee in a bonnet, a wristwatch, a wrench, and a rake. It came with a goldfish, a flag, and a fiddle, a frog, and a front porch swing, and a mouse in a mask. That's the last time I asked for a hot dog with everything. My Zooch. I never have nightmares, I'm happy to say. The Zooch on my bed always scares him away. The one who invented Trick or Treat. Yes, I invented Trick or Treat, so you could fill your mouth with sweets, candy bars and lemon drops, marshmallows and Tootsie Pops, butterscotch and bubble gum. Hold out your hand, they'll give you some. Chocolate kisses, jujubes, sour balls and jelly beans. Have a cake, some cookies too. Take a couple, grab a few. Peppermint sticks and Mary Janes, licorice whips and candy canes. Slurp some soda, munch some pie. Don't let those M&Ms go by. Chew that toffee, munch those treats. Get that caramel in your teeth. Then come see me, I'll be here. I'm your friendly dentist, dear. All packed. Me and Joe, we're all packed up. Me and Joe, we've got our tickets. Me and Joe, we're set to go. Hey, wait a minute. Where's Joe? Too soon. You've spilt your milk and dumped the mashed potatoes in your chair. There's tapioca in your nose and broccoli in your hair. Your applesauce is on the wall and nothing's on your spoon. I think perhaps we let you try to feed yourself too soon. The genie in the flask. I opened up that magic flask and zoof, up popped a genie. I thought he'd be my slave, but no, this genie is a meanie. Instead of filling every wish and doing all my bidding, he says that I must be his slave, and oh, he isn't kidding. I sweat and cough with no days off, from Tuesdays until Mondays. I cook his beans and scrub his back and wash his yucky undies and sweep and paint. This surely ain't the magic I was hoping. I guess in life it all depends which magic flask you open. Apple with one bite missing. This apple's giving me the blues. I'll sell it cheaply if you choose. The fact is that it's slightly used, and I won't try to hide it. It's red and sweet as it can be. It's missing just one bite, you see. And I can safely guarantee there's half a worm inside it. The juggler. The juggler is juggling an egg, and now he is juggling two. Now, look here, is juggling three. That's a very hard juggle to do. And now one more. That's number 4. 4 flying eggs, and then it's 5. Now 6. Now 7. Kapsh! We're back to 1 again. Masks. She had blue skin, and so did he. He kept it hid, and so did she. They searched for blue their whole life through, then passed right by and never knew. Happy ending? There are no happy endings. Endings are the saddest part. So just give me a happy middle and a very happy start. This hat. What a silly looking hat. That's what everybody said. What they don't realize is that it exactly fits my head. Neil's Deals. Neil's Deals. Neil's Deals. If you want a deal, come and see Neil. Some of Neil's deals are really steals, and all of Neil's deals are really unreal. He'll give you a deal on a non-swimming seal. He'll give you a deal on a pig that won't squeal. And if you'd like a no-engine automobile, Deal will make you a wonderful deal. Neil's Deals, Neil's Deals. You simply won't find better deals than Neil's. He'll give you a deal on a boot with no heel. He'll cut you a deal on a boat with no keel. And if you'd consider a bike with one wheel, Neil will make you a real sweet deal. Neil's Deals, Deals by Neil. Would you like a deal on this half-eaten meal? You'd catch a lot of fish with this rusty reel. And if you need a balloon made of steel, or a bell that won't peel, or a skunk named Camille, just come and see how terrific you feel when you get a fabulous deal at Neil's. Asleep. My lazy foot just fell asleep. When I sat down to sup, I yelled and screamed, but on it dreamed. Well, this should wake it up. Wall marks. Those scratchy marks on the wall, they show how short I used to be. They rise until they get this tall. And Mama keeps reminding me the way my dad would take his pen, and as I stood there, stiff and straight, he'd put a ruler on my head and mark the spot and write the date. She says that it's my history, but I don't understand at all. Just why she cries each time she sees those scratchy marks there on the wall. Santa's helper. I used to be Santa's helper, but I got fired tonight just 'cause I broke the music box by winding the spring too tight, just 'cause I tried all the bicycles and licked all the candy canes, just 'cause I dropped those porcelain dolls down from the Tinker Toy train, just 'cause I drove the electric train so fast it jumped the rails, and wiped that purple finger paint all over the sailboats, and just 'cause I squeezed the little stuffed dog till he gave a little stuffed yelp, Santa had the nerve to say I wasn't too much help. A giant mistake. A man he found a giant one day and stopped to have a look. A man he found a giant one day asleep beside a brook. Around the giant's neck he tied a lengthy piece of twine. Then he woke up the sleeping giant and screamed, "You're mine! You're mine!" And there he stands in a hairy hand. But tell me if you can, does the man have the giant, or does the giant have the man? Transparent Tim. Transparent Timmy. Maybe you knew him. Everybody could see right through him. We saw his heart beating in there. We saw his lungs breathing air. We saw his kidneys. We saw his liver. We saw his bones and nerves a quiver. We saw what he ate for lunch today. We saw the button he lost last May. But when we saw why his stomach hurt, we made him put on his shirt. Itch. Please scratch my back, and I'll make you rich. I can't reach the place I itch. Ooh-wee, that feels so fine. Thank you, friend, 1,000,000 times. Give you money? Why? What for? I ain't itching anymore. Shot. I almost forgot. It's time for your shot. It'll just take a second. It won't hurt a lot. So roll up or pull down, and we'll find the spot for your shot. Pros advice. If you want to play tennis, I'll give you a tip. You must practice your stroke. You must tighten your grip. You must straighten your shoulders and swivel your hip and develop your sense of sportsmanship. Lizard. A lizard in a blizzard got a snowflake in his gizzard, and nothing else much happened, I'm afraid. But lizard rhymed with blizzard, and blizzard rhymed with gizzard, and that, my dear, is why most poems are made. For the world's record, we made the world's longest hot dog, and now that it's finally done, we realize nobody's baked the world's longest bun. Bottle opener. Opening bottles with my teeth, they all called me funny. Opening bottles with my teeth, then they called me dummy. Opening bottles with my teeth, now they call me gummy. A car with legs. A car with legs instead of wheels wears out soles but never tires. I'm sure that you can well afford her. She's in perfect running order. The love to but can'ts. I have a disease called the love to but can'ts. I think it's time I told it. I'd love to help with that garbage can, but my fingers just can't hold it. Hand me a bag of groceries and my wrists just turn to jelly. Cutting grass and hedges gives me flutters of the belly. The smell of paint will make me faint. Sweat makes my eyes start itching. Dishwater on my little hands will start them shaky twitching. Picking clothes up off the floor would paralyze my shoulder. I must not try to close the door. At least not till I'm older. Although I'd like to join the work, till this disease is done, I'll have to lie here in the shade while you have all the fun. Finally, Harry Neverchop, at the age of 92, finally walked to a barber shop and asked for a shampoo. Stubbornness. There was a funky donkey and a spunky monkey. They were sitting by the railroad track. Said the funky donkey to the spunky monkey, I'm going off to somewhere and I won't be back. Said the spunky monkey to the funky donkey, if you wait for a moment or two, I'll go say goodbye to the frivolous fly, and I'll come along with you. Said the spunky monkey to the funky donkey, this road looks long and wide, so if you'll just pick me up and carry me a while, I'd sure be much obliged. Said the funky donkey to the spunky monkey, I was gonna ask the same of you, so we'd better just wait till we get it straight as to who's gonna carry who. Now, the funky donkey, he ain't going nowhere lest somebody carries him, and the spunky monkey won't carry no funky donkey, so their future's looking dim. And they're still sitting back by that railroad track. They'll be there till the moon turns blue, but they ain't gonna ride, 'cause they just can't decide as to who's gonna carry Who? These boots. These boots are a little too big. It's a fact I'm forced to admit. I am clumsy and slow, but in 10 years or so, if my feet only grow, they'll fit. The ball game. The elephant played second base, and the laughing hyena played third. The two little leeches sat out in the bleachers, quite shocked by the language they heard. The kangaroo leapt, and the crocodile wept, because they would not let him play. And the ring-tailed rat, he kept swinging the bat, till the poor bat flew up and away. The spider was fit with a fielder's mitt, but couldn't catch a fly at all. As the octopus pitched, and the hen sat and twitched, and tried to hatch the ball, the porcupine umped, and the kangaroo jumped, as the snail was out stealing third, on a throw from the snake just in time to awake the sleeping platypus bird. The trout, he stuck out, but the yak took a whack and head out into the lake. A homer! It's gone! No, the pelican yawned and swallowed the ball by mistake. In love. If my face could only twist, then I could give my cheek a kiss and whisper in my lovely ear, "You're so beautiful, my dear," and look into my eyes and see just how much I'm in love with me. Happy New. Joe yelled, "Happy New Year." The cow yelled, "Happy Moo Year." The ghost yelled, "Happy Boo Year." The doctor yelled, "Happy Flu Year." The penguin sneezed, "Happy Achoo Year." The skunk yelled, "Happy Pu Year." The owl hooted, "Happy Toohoo Year." The cowboy yelled, "Happy Yahoo Year." The train man yelled, "Happy Choo-Choo Year." The clock man yelled, "Happy Cuckoo Year." The barefoot man yelled, "Happy Shoe Year." The hungry man said, "Happy Chew Year." They were more happy ooh years than you ever heard at our New Year's party last June 23rd. Dirty feet. We had a dirty foot contest in the middle of Mud Puddle Street, and all the unwashed dirty foot kids came with their filthy feet. There was Shoeless Billy and Toe Jam Tilly, and the boy who walked through a mustard. There was Oozy Toes Trish, who loved to squish her toes in lemon custard. Through muck and mud, through slush and crud, they came from coast to coast, and we scraped the dirt off everyone's feet to see who weighed the most. And Toe Jam Tilly's weighed 13 pounds, but the winner was Sloppy Soul, 'cause when they scraped all his foot dirt away, there were no feet there at all. School. Rain and hail, cold and snow are good excuses not to go.